Hey guys, what up? Mr. CT here with another Madden video today. I know I said I was not going to make any more, but circumstances have changed a little bit. But as you can see, my record's 126 and 27. 67 cards, 1 mil card value, what is that? 88 team skill, 33 team chemistry, about 8,000 coins. I have been playing more games, as you know, trying to get the 100. I've lost quite a few and won some as well. I do have 100 head-to-head wins now, but I am going to have to play a little more because I learned recently, some news for you guys, that games against your friends or games in tournaments don't count, unless I already said that in the last video. So I have played against friends a few times, so I'm going to have to play more like 110 times, win 110 times actually. So that is why I'm still playing this game, and I made this video because some things have changed, and I wanted to first to let you guys know that Madden 08, 09, 10, and NFL Tour have all been taken offline. I actually went out and got NFL Tour with a gift card from Amazon that I had a little bit left over. I only paid like $1 for it or something after the gift card. But I ended up selling it to GameStop because the game was absolutely horrible, and I could not apparently do it anyway. But I'm going to show you my team first here, guys. Because I have been opening some packs. Still have Andrew Luck and RG3. I did have Arron Rodgers, but he's just sitting in my collections because I'm not using him. Got him out Bradshaw. Still have Trent Richardson as well. Some random fullbacks still because I can never get fullbacks. So I got Roddy White, Anquan Bolden, Sidney Rice, and cover vote AJ Green as my receivers. Tight ends, Vernon Davis, Kellen Winslow, and Tremaine Gresham. Left tackle, Jason Peters, Matt Khalil. Left guard, Logan Mankins and David DeCastro still. Center, Jeff Saturday and the other guy. Right guard, I have the same guy from the Jaguars there. Jeff Otah, right tackle. I think recently got traded to the Jets. Sean Ellis at left end. Darnell Dockett, Aaron Campman there at right. Still got Colin Jenkins, BJ Raji, if you guys saw them before. Brian Thomas, Michael Boley. Brian Urlacher has been a nice addition. Some guys are right outside linebacker. Sante. Who's that? Morris Claiborne, Devontae Davis, Joe Hayden, Jarius Byrd, as you can see, and Morgan Brunette, who's a Week 3 fantasy. I guess he's not that rare anymore, though. Charles Godfrey as well. Matt Prater, and good old Donnie Jones. Still got the same coach, Gary Kubiak. I wanted to let you know that I did get the Packers' elite offensive playbook, but I discarded it because I don't know their plays. And pretty much everything else is the same. I got a few contract extensions. You get the idea. But yeah, guys, you can't get online on any of those games I mentioned before anymore, so I want to give you guys that information, which I probably should have done a while ago when I first found out. But now I'm going to go to the NFL rosters because something else that was released yesterday. The top 10 QBs were revealed for Madden 12, so I'm going to go here to all the QBs for Madden 12, for Madden 13. And these are actually 9 of the top QBs right here, along with the next guy below, who I'll tell you is Tony Romo. He's a 90 as well in this game right now. And let's just start it off. I'm going to reveal them from number 1 to number 10, and then give you my comments, thoughts on them, as well as what their rating was going into Madden 12 and at the end of Madden 12, and then obviously their rating in Madden 13. The number 1 QB, as you can see well, actually you can't really see, but you can guess, is Arron Rodgers. He's a 99 in Madden 13. As you can see, he's a 99 in Madden 12 as well. And he went into Madden 12 as a 98. You can really see why he's the number 1 quarterback. I don't really see how you could debate that, though some people were trying to say Brady is better because he took a pretty bad defense to the playoffs and you know, won all the way to the Super Bowl, actually. But Arron Rodgers had a ridiculous season last year. He was already good before that, coming off a Super Bowl victory. I don't see really how he can't be a 99, and I think he's the only guy who should be a 99, and he is. So for me, that's a good number 1 for me. Number 2 is Tom Brady, who went into last year as a 99. As you can see, he's a 98 right there, and he's going to be a 98 in next year's Madden. It makes sense to me. I don't really know what he did bad last year that would really cause him to be worse. I kind of understand that argument, but I can see that 98 is a pretty good rating for him. I mean, maybe because he didn't live up to his own standards. I mean, because he always was winning Super Bowls and he didn't win one. I mean, that's victim of your own success, I guess is what you would say. But I think a 98 is a good rating for him. I definitely think he's the number 2 quarterback in the NFL right now. And I think that's a good place for him. Number 3 is Drew Brees, which makes sense to me as well. He's tied with Tom Brady. He's a 90, as you can see. I was scrolling into Tom Brady here. I'm not going to do that throughout the video, though, because as you know, I can't do live commentary, so I just randomly went down there. But Drew Brees is a 98 as well. and he went into last year being a 96, but finished a 99. It's obvious he broke Dan Marino's passing record last year, so he would have to go up from the 96. I thought a 99 like that, like he is right now, as you see on the screen, is a little overkill. But I think 98 is a good overall for him as well, and I would agree that the top 3 quarterbacks are spot on with their overalls and their order. The number 4 quarterback is Eli Manning, who went into last year as an 88, came out as a 96, as you can see on the screen as well, and now he's going to be a 97. I think that's a good rating as well. I would rather him probably be a 96 like he is in this game. A 97 might be a little high. But as far as the order goes, I think he definitely is probably the 4th best quarterback. I mean, you could argue Peyton, but because of his injury, you just don't know what's going to exactly happen with him. But I think that's a good place for Eli, and yeah, last year he was actually pretty low. He was tied with guys like Tony Romo, Matt Schwab, and even guys like Joe Flacco, and Matt Ryan was actually ranked above him, who isn't even in the top 10 this year. So I think that's a pretty good rating for him. Number 5 is Big Ben, who went into last year as a 94, finished as a 94, and is going to be a 95. I know I'm nitpicking here, but I like him as a 94 better. I don't see what he did last year that would make him really go up in overall, though I know it's just a different person's opinion because it's probably a different person rating them, but I think a 94 is good for him. I don't know how much I love the spot either, just because I know Peyton was injured, but I have a hard time putting Big Ben ahead of him. But, I mean, it's not horrible. I think he's around that position. I'd maybe put him at the number 6 quarterback. But I guess we could settle with number 5 and have him there. And if I didn't say, yeah, I already said. Number, then, 6 is Peyton Manning. He went into last year as a 98, finished as a 98, and he's going to be a 93. I would like him, of course, a little higher, like I kind of said before, at least a 94 or something. But he's a big question mark, and if he does good, I'm sure he'll go up throughout the year. So I guess that rating's not too bad. I would have liked him to be higher, but with all the unknowns, I guess you kind of do have to just put him down there and see how he does. Number 7 is Phillip Rivers, who went into last year being a 96, finished as a 91, and is going to be a 92. I think that's pretty good for him. I probably would have rather him be at 91 as well, but 92 is honestly fine. He did have not as good season last year, so he just definitely needs to drop. And I think, what is that? He's number 7 out of the quarterbacks. I think that's a good spot for him. So, number 8 is Matt Stafford, who started last year as an 80, finished as a 90, and ended up being a 91 in next year's Madden. The only thing I caution with that is that may be too big of a jump because he's been injured a lot throughout his career, and if you're going to penalize Peyton Manning for being injured in one season, though I know it's completely different, how can Matt Stafford go up that many points from one season? Though I know he was only an 80 because he had a lot of potential and people thought he could do good, but he kept getting injured and all that. But that's kind of a big jump for me. I would have rathered him be a little lower than probably 8th on the list. Maybe his overall be a point or two lower as well. Number 9 is Tony Romo, who is went into last year as an 88 overall, finished as a 90, and is going to be a 90. I think that's a good rating for him, right around 90. He probably deserves to go up from last year, or maybe even I shouldn't have been an 80 year in the first place going into last year. But I think that's a good rating for him. Number 9's an okay spot though. I argue him and number 10 are so close that they should either be the same overall or maybe even be switched. Because as you can guess, Michael Vick, who's still on the board here, was the number 10 quarterback. He's an 89 overall next year. Started this Madden 12 as a 93 and ended up being a 91. He definitely deserves the drop, I guess, because of his injury as well. But I would have preferred him being a 91 or even a 90 than an 89, just because you like him being, if we were giving grades, like an A instead of a B. But an 89, I guess, will be okay to settle with, and I don't know, I find him and Romo are probably almost the same, so I probably would have made them both 90s or both 89s or something. But that's not too bad of a spot. And then I'm going to spend the last, I guess, a minute or less than a minute here, more like 40 seconds or 30 seconds, saying if I thought anyone else should be in the top 10 and anyone should be removed. I don't really think so. I heard some arguments being made for Cam Newton, but I don't want to sound too angry, but I would say you're pretty stupid if you think Cam Newton deserves in the top 10 if after one good season. I understand he broke records for rushing and all sorts of things, but and he had a very good season that people didn't expect, but I don't think he should be in the top 10. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll make a new video soon.